Hello, I'm There's Luke Cartographer, and this is the 87th video of my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and here we are at White Powder Winter Sports. Taking a look at the map, we're right here on Highway 91, to the east of Helvetia, to the west of the top of the world, down the cliffs from the west of the top of the world. It's up there. Apparently we are close enough that we can't even see the top of the... Oh, there it is. That's the very top of the world there. Okay, so let's take a look at this location. Now, as with all the recent ones, I'm going to post a list of the full materials you can find here. But just know that enemies here are feral ghouls. I think I've also found Supermutants. So plants you can find here, soot flowers, rhododendrons, and there are logs and wood piles as well. So you can find some wood here if you're looking for that. I just heard something. Ah. Yep, Graham. Okay. One thing I want to say real quick, I'm using a different recording software. Oh, and you access it by pressing Alt. Okay. And what did I do? This. There we go. Okay, so I've discovered that I can use filters on this thing, which is awesome. So I can make it look like I'm in a painting. Or let's see, what's another one here? Make it look like we're in an old film. So that's pretty awesome. I'm definitely planning on using these things going forward. Just wanted to show you this stuff. And I gotta figure out a different button for throwing grenades, because I can't keep doing that. Okay, so let's take a look at this location. Got a parking lot here out front. Got a motorcycle with some junk by it. We can come down here, and we got a little sad scene. It's always sad whenever you see a stroller around, because it reminds you of the people that died that day. Coke machine there. We got a restaurant down here on the ground floor. I've noticed lately, for some reason, my flashlight is pointing straight down, and I don't know why that is. And in fact, when I go to the outside view, you can see it's pointing forward. It's pointing right down right now. I don't know what that is. We got just some more junk here. There's a computer here. We'll get to that in just a minute. I'll close the fridge, and you can see that there's a recipe that spawns right over here on this shelf. Well, that magazine rack at least. Then we have this industrial trunk for the location here. Not bad junk in this little area, but let's take a look at the computer. Okay, so we've got a set of diary entries here, 6 of them. We can start off with the first one here on October 31st, 2077, Halloween after the bombs. Ever since the attacks have been running, I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I had to get away. I wandered aimlessly for almost a week until I stumbled across the remains of the store and decided to make it my home. Almost everything of value here was gone, but at least it put a roof over my head. I was happy to see that the store had a fireplace, which I desperately needed to fight off the mountain chill. It was the first time since the bombs hit I got a decent night's sleep. November 5th, 2077. Using the store as a base camp, I've spent the last several days exploring the surrounding area and gathering supplies. I've yet to meet anything alive out here apart from the wildlife, which is sparse at best. I heard some type of aircraft pass overhead, but by the time I ventured outside, it was gone. I'm beginning to think that I'm one of the few that survived the attacks. Now, I've seen it suggested that this aircraft that they heard passing by, if we back out of this real quick, was Horizon's Rest. Well, the plane that crashed and made Horizon's Rest. But I don't think that that's likely, given that the plane, first of all, is headed... Like, it's the way it's lying on the ground, it's headed from northwest to southeast, so it would not have passed over White Powder Winter Sports. But along with that, this thing I'm fairly certain crashed on the day of the bombs, so they wouldn't have heard that thing going by on November 5th. Next up, November 10th, 2077. I returned to my home today to find 2 men stealing my supplies. I don't know who they were, but I couldn't afford to let all my hard work go to waste. I would have tried to reason with them, but they didn't look like the reasonable types. As soon as their hands were full, I opened fire. They never stood a chance. I hope I haven't made a huge mistake. November 15th, 2077. I'm having trouble sleeping again, only taking small 1-hour naps at best. Usually I'm awakened by some distant gunshots or the cry of something unnatural hunting for prey. Passing the hours in my new home has been a struggle. I've taken to staring at the pictures on the wall of people skiing and inventing stories of what their lives must have been like. It's hard to believe life was once that simple. November 18th, 2077. Had another pair of thugs try to raid my shelter today. This time it was a man and a woman. I was home at the time and I saw them coming, so I called out, offering them a chance to run. They laughed and started shooting. I returned fire and took down the man, but a shot from the woman caught me square in the shoulder. Fortunately, my gunfire chased her off, but I have a feeling she'll be back. November 19th, 2077. The wound in my shoulder is far worse than I expected. I don't have antibiotics, and I can't remove the bullet. Even lifting my arm has become difficult. If I don't get medical attention soon, I'm in serious trouble. The only options I have are to abandon my shelter and seek help, or to stay put and hope for the best. Both of those choices lead me to believe I'm not going to last very long. November 22nd, 2077. My right arm is useless, and I'm burning with fever. I'm too weak to try to hunt for food or gather fresh water, which means I'm done for. My window of opportunity for seeking help is gone. This will undoubtedly be my last entry. If anyone discovers these messages, and you find my body, all I request is some sort of proper burial. I hope my meager collection of supplies will help you more than it helped me. Good luck to you. Good luck to all of us. Okay. And as I was reading that, I remember I have found Supermutants here before, so I'll just say that real quick. Anyway, though, yeah, and if you've noticed that the junk's kind of thrown around in here, that's because I accidentally threw a grenade when I was experimenting with filters. So, definitely going to have to figure that out. But let's head upstairs. Okay, so let me collect this stuff so it'll stop buzzing. And I will have to scrap some of this stuff before I move on to the next site. But up here we've got the actual shop of White Powder Winter Sports. Okay, so hopefully that'll... There we go. Alright, so if we come in here, we got some skis, wooden skis, some shopping baskets and stuff. Along with that, I think there's some composite skis in here. You can also find these skiing outfits, and there are skiing hats as well. A good number of both of them. Some changing rooms here. If you come back over here, we've got the desk for the sales. Along with that, there's a cap stash here. I already looted it, so it would stop making noise. Let's see, we got some file cabinets and a little bit of a area where they were putting supplies up on shelves. And then they had just this nice little sitting area for customers to take a load off. Some ski poles and stuff. If we come out back here, you can see some of those wood piles I talked about earlier. But along with that, we've got sitting areas. We got the cooking station right here. There's a tinkerer's workbench right over here. Parking lot out over here. I feel like there's one station. Yes, the armor workbench. I was about to run over to it, and then I remembered I'm over encumbered. The armor workbench is right there. Alright, but there's still one other thing I need to show you at this location, and it's upstairs. And it's not really me showing it to you because it's not here, but there's supposed to be a plan that spawns on one of these shelves somewhere here in the back of the shop. Now, unfortunately, I've never seen this plan show up, so... And again, I've been here 5 times, but I've seen that recipe downstairs many times, so who knows, maybe it does show up and I just haven't seen it. Anyway, though, let's show you the full list of junk of what you can find here now. Okay, I think that'll do it. This has been the Original Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.